I'm really glad I was able to beat a top 50 dude using a Flareon on my team. That means a lot. This guy's team looks absolutely horrifying though. The good news is he doesn't have a thing to check Volt Switch, so I can freely Volt Switch. I took off Choice Specs for Expert Belt to bluff a Scarf to hopefully get some surprise KOs on stuff. So we're gonna lead off with Raikou though. I can't see him staying in, although he might if he's Assault Vest. Or he's just going to stay in for the fuck of it. We're going to go to Hitmontop though, because Hitmontop is love, Hitmontop is life. I really want to predict that thing coming in. And go for a Toxic. Let's do it. Here we go. Perfect, thank you. I don't see a Heal Beller either, so that's really good, you know. I could Foresight Rapid Spin, or I could save this thing. What checks Mismagius, though? I don't really have a good switch in for it. Let's Foresight, and then if we have to, we'll go for a close combat. If he wants to set up nasty plots or calm minds or something, you know? Because I can live one, I think. He's just gonna Will-O-Wisp and miss. Will-O-Miss. So this is a more defensive Mismagius, it looks like. I don't want to go into Flareon. I'll take getting burned if I have to. But I don't want to go out in a Flareon. I'm just gonna spin. Now I can go out in a Flareon if I want to, but it's kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. So I could be really cheeky and predict something. Huh. What would his moveset be? Pain Split, perhaps? I'm gonna go into Raikou. Goes in Melodic. That's what I kind of thought he was gonna do. So I'm glad that worked out. Do I want to just T-Bolt or do I want to Volt Switch? I want to Volt Switch, I think. Goes into his own Raikou. I have a pretty good stop to that in Seismitoad or Tangrowth, depending on what he's running. But just to be safe, I want to go into Tangrowth. And I want to go for what? Perhaps a knockoff? I think a knockoff is in order. Oh, did he predict that? He probably did. Hitmontop, come on in, buddy. Or I could just EQ or Hidden Power Fire. Because I can take a hit if he wants to go for a hit. Not sure what does more though. All I know is after that's out of the way, we can freely Volt Switch around. So let's see. If Volt Switch did that much, then Hidden Power Fire won't do that much. So let's go for an EQ. And then let's go for what? Let's go for a Power Whip, predicting I don't even know. Probably Swellow. Probably Swellow. Seems logical. Or Emboar. A little brave there. But Power Whip still does a decent chunk, you know. I would like to get rocks off the field. But I don't think Flareon's going to be that useful this battle, looking at his team. Either Melodic or Mismagius has to go before it's really effective. Let's just go into Seismitoad though. He Flare Blitzes. So he's probably Expert Belt because that did nothing. Can't see him being choice. I don't see a defogger, unless Swellow's a defogger, so can't see him staying in either. Let's just go for rocks, just to be safe, you know. Okay. Miss Magius. Why would you go into that? I don't know. Hitmontop's already burned, so let's just go on into it. Heal Bell. Oh, interesting. What was status? I'm gonna go for another Toxic. He could go into Swallow. He's gonna go into Cabaleon. Interesting. I'm gonna Foresight, predicting him to Volt Switch into Miss Magius. Let's see if I'm right. Oh yeah, I'm right. I'm right as hell. That feels good, predicting that. I know how you think, buddy. He goes back out into Cabaleon. I mean, honestly, I'm content to Rapid Spin until you die or I die, but I'm gonna keep these rocks off the field. That didn't even do 1%. Don't want to CC this turn. I'm just gonna keep rocks off the field. They hurt me too much. I'll Rapid Spin until I die if I have to. Rapid Spin until I kill this thing or till I die. And then maybe I can get him low enough to where something can come in and kill him. Play around his rocks. Because I will gladly do this until until I die. So you might as well just kill me. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, Raikou. He can only live one more rock switching, I think, too. Actually, no, probably 2. Now here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets really tricky. I'm going to Raikou. I can Volt Switch freely. He's going to let it die and not get rocks up. Okay. Fine by me. He really wanted Switch Initiative, I guess. So now we're going to go into what? I'm going to Tornadus to try to bait out his Raikou. Because if I can, then I can go into Tangrowth, go for some EQs on his ass. If I so desire. But he's got a lot of things that can outspeed me. Let's go to my own Tangrowth. Hopefully he's not Specs and doesn't HP Ice me, because I think it's still going to hurt. He's going to sub. That's fine. That is fine because I am Assault Vest. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do that much. I showed him that. Do I want to go for a knockoff or a Power Whip? I'm going to go for a Power Whip. Don't miss. Thank you. Now comes the fun part. It's called Volt Switch around till everything's dead. Assault Vest Tangrowth is so good. I still might need it though for that thing. So let's go into Seismitoad to take this incredibly dangerous hit. There's the Guts boost. Don't think I can live another one. Any facades gets crit. Doesn't matter. Didn't matter. Doesn't matter. But now, I think everything left gets destroyed by a volt, by a volt switch or something. So he goes into Mismagius. I'm gonna go to Tornadus. That volt switch didn't do a lot, which makes me think he is especially defensive. Don't want to risk the... I'm gonna go for the Air Slash. Hopefully get some flinch hacks or something. But if volt switch didn't do that much, neither is Air Slash for that matter. But he's gonna switch out anyway into a Melodic. I want to surprise him. And go for a Grass Knot. No burn too. Nice. Grass Knot's the most accurate thing I have, but I'm gonna go for Air Slash anyway and hope I don't miss. Okay. Yeah, Expert Belt Tornadus I think is a little better because its coverage is so good. You know? Don't want to let this thing die or don't want to let something else die is the question. I can't really see Flareon being that useful. Because, yeah. That outspeeds, I'm pretty sure that has Sucker Punch, it can fuck me up. But to be fair, Tangrowth isn't that useful either. Let's go into Tangrowth. I live that. I'm such a beast. Now that Melodic's out of the way, I can just sack this thing. And just to be safe, I'm going to go for a knockoff in case he doesn't want to switch for whatever reason. Okay. Then we go into Raikou, and I think we got this in the bag, provided there's no hacks. Knock on wood. Probably just best to just go for T-Bolts. Let's do it. Unless that Emboar is Assault Vest, actually. The Emboar could be Assault Vest. Let's play it safe and Volt Switch. Quick Attack gets a crit. Okay. His Emboar could be Scarfed as well. I want to figure that out. The thing about these crits, I find it funny that it seems like I always do get critted at the very end of the game. We're going to Facade. I don't think he'll predict that and go to Mismagius. Okay, that's, I want to say that's Scarfed because I'm max speed. So now we can for sure go into Raikou. Thunderbolt, hopefully. Yes. Okay. The thing about those crits, though, it's just funny that they always seem to happen at the most crucial part. You know, like, you know, he can't get a crit on, like, he can't get a crit on, I don't know, like a Flare Blitz on Seismitoad or something. But that's GG, either way. See, I faced the dude. I forfeited against him because he ripped off my team entirely. But he knew who I was. But I'm just gonna not play anybody that rips off my teams because that's pretty shitty, man. You know, like, be a little bit original and make your own team. I spend a lot of time making these, and I like to you know, make them so you guys can get tips from them and not rip them off. You know. You're never going to get good at team building or playing if you keep ripping them off. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like rating. I guess that's going to be the last one, and I am out. Peace.